Even the alternative instead of a single piece of furniture. And after to do that, I don't, I'm not particular about it. He said, yeah, what kind of, he did a piece of real estate by lake. So much for small talk. Let's get down for business. This is identity, a sermon, trying to make her sign the contract. They are one of the first of the discounting us for investing in stocks. Japan imports various raw materials and exports manufactured goods. In the course of its economic development, Japan has abandoned its traditional values. The world can face an unprecedented crisis. In short, the purpose of the legislation is to protect the domestic industries. In order to get competition in the world, Japan has undertaken a sweeping deregulation in earnest. We cannot turn our backs on desperate people who are at risk. The government is provided developing countries to, to financial aid. Some say the British monarchy should be abolished. What do you think? They sought to shelter from the attack, but found no place to hide. There is little possibility that the country will make significant progress in disarmament. The Russians are on the way. Before long, they will enter a crucial phase. This is serves as the action to the altar to destinies. The truth of the precipitated the heart's content. The revolution itself born fruit after all. Bob got out of the conversation saying, I'm against it, but everybody ignored him. We skipped his turn on purpose. He saw that someone being bullied, but he turned a blind eye. When he conducted a GTM exam after successful from school, Aphonic, he got away with it. They hosted the teachers because they were jealous of his Western status. I hate him. He behaved as if he was somebody. In spite of our compliment, he found a turn away. He was so rude. He claimed the moral property at his disposal. No more survivor. No more isolated become. Don't beat around the bush. What am I supposed to do? Just wait and see. Time will tell. Judy had an assignment by email no later than 5 p.m. on June 10th. They were anything but diligent. Therefore, he flunked math again. He said it doesn't make sense. To begin with, its theme is obscure. He says it was too concise and to the point. How are you going to deal with this complicated problem? Leave it to me. It's a piece of cake. Dick, I want to conclude this over before I turn it in. So sorry, but I have my hands full right now. But I don't meet the deadline. I bet he'd get mad at you. He has only leaves something to be desired. Apart from a tiny bit of handwriting. You ought to think over whether the premise is valid or not. Above all, Scientific terms call for precise definitions. First of all, learn the formula by heart. To calculate the volume, multiply the length by the width by the depth. Tiny cracks are found at the bottom of the barrel. This chapter will focus on the concept of geometry. Feel much more interested in academic subjects than practical skills. Something wrong with this with microscope. I need to have it repaired. Let me see it. Maybe I can fix it. What is an instrument? So, for instance, a gauge such as a thermometer or a barometer. Reminder particularly are very visible to the naked eyes. Muscle teaches the concept of the vast number of cells. This chapter the motor composed of hydrogen and oxygen. The exact temperature is 30.6 degrees Celsius. Naomi likes show off her perfect figure. I wish you were thin like her. I envy her. You could go on a diet. I fell in Naomi love at first sight. 3 months later, I took a chance to propose to her, but she turned me down. I met a man by chance. He's gentle and smart. What's more, he's single. His nephew was brought up to be modest and considerate. I deposited above to my faults, but addicted to him at once. People should be touched, not much over how they look, as by who they are. Return to a title that can't, that's for sure, exclaimed Bob. As the sermon put it, my Vivian will make good in the end. Keep in mind, the youth is not eternal. I can't figure out why on earth ever feel so much contempt for Bob. I can't help laughing at him because he keeps on making stupid mistakes. He'd be the last person to learn his lesson. To make matters worse, he didn't constantly annoying us. Since I was in a hurry, he put more inside over my steak. Mistake. They were fat and clumsy. When he leaped over the shallow stream, he stumbled and twisted his ankle. I'm scared of heights. You are a coward. The person seldom, if ever, expresses himself in public. Nick convinced me that all such superstitions are irrational. I thought of them feared the thought of injection. Since Bob is lazy at heart, he frequently neglects his duties. However, at work, the absurdity of traveling is chilly soap operas. Bob likes cartoons, but that doesn't matter then. As a matter of fact, they are boring. It occurred to me that he's holding something back because he wouldn't look me in the eye. When her patient gave out, she grabbed his collar and swore at him. A matter of minute, we quarreled every now and then, but generally we were good terms to each other. Do you mind if I stop by your house? No, not at all. Be my guest. Hold on. I'll be right back. Don't hang up. I can't put up. For one thing, my daughter offers me from time to time. But James was standing still, but was facing back and forth along the sidewalk. Let's make up Lisa. Stop to take him for granted. We are through for good this time. I mean it. Come on, don't get so emotional, Lisa. I didn't mean to hurt you. Let's talk it over. You betrayed me. Please forgive me. How can I make it up to you? I'll get even. You should confess your sins rather than conceal them. Keep your word. Otherwise, you'll end up losing faith. Papa sticks to modern principles and believes that the honesty pays off in the long run. Jeff, you can help it. I did my best. I know. Don't dwell on the past. You can start over. Jane, please do me a favor and give me a ride to Times Square. I wish I could, but I'm tied up right now. As usual, Mike turned over time. He's very punctual. The other day around the mountains in the middle of a busy interstate. A trucker behind me headed, skated, turned over, and scattered load all over the road. He recalls that the collision had been avoided by a Chirac. In case of an emergency, get in touch with my agent right away. Jane, where we're heading? I think we're lost. We went in the wrong direction. Damn! Pull over. My last report broke down and was trapped in the intersection. There were so many fine scratches on dead on its surface. It's no use polishing it. Hey, we are stuck in the traffic jam. Chill out, Joel. Let's take a shortcut. We'll get there in time. I got a flat there. Can you give me a hand? I'd be glad to. The obvious methods were conducted. We came close to a running over a pedestrian. Hmm. He contested the primate bar once existed on Mars. The crews are busy preparing for the voyage into outer space. They conduct a series of experiments under zero gravity. Many astronomers assume the universe will expand infinitely. They also assume the greatest spontaneous applause. Our founders set up with the ability to preserve our endangered planet. Much better follow the local potential transportation network. The equator divides the globe into two hemispheres and take it to cool to trap animals for coats. The organization plays a critical role in wildlife conservation. Many predator species are on the verge of extinction. Several drought did severe damage to the crops. Tropical rainfalls are quickly disappearing on the global scale, in part it due to acid rain. It is said that the global warming is directly related to the carbon dioxide emissions. The destruction of the ozone layer affects the environment. The committee called for nations that work side by side to curb air pollution. A was launched in the orbit mountain melting glaciers.